that out of my head.
October 1st, 2017 will be one of the darkest days ever, and hopefully never again.
It was completely horrible, but it was absolutely amazing to see all the people come together.
We are one huge family. When you hurt one of us, you hurt all of us.
And thank you for staying with 13 Action News as we follow the very latest on that tragic mass shooting at the Route 91 Harvest Festival, getting a lot of stories of heroism all the way to the latest on the police investigation. So we've tried to do our best to give you the very latest up-to-date information.
And tonight, Metro Police confirming 59 lives have been lost, with another 527 people injured. And you are looking at some of the victims right now. The shooter has been identified as this man, 64-year-old Stephen Paddock of Mesquite.
13 Action News reporter Joe Bartels is live on the Las Vegas Strip with the very latest on what we've been able to learn about the gunman tonight. Joe.
Yeah, Steve, we have seen so much ugliness in the last 24 hours, but in the hours since then, we have really seen a lot of good throughout the Las Vegas Valley, from the donations to the blood drives to folks just willing to help in any way that they can. And of course, the vigils, we've seen a number of them tonight. This one here at Sunset and Las Vegas Boulevard, about 2 hours ago, there was about 30 people that circled around these rocks here that spell out R.I.P., rest in peace. They lit candles, they laid flowers. One of them says hashtag Strong Vegas with the date 10/1/17 and never forget. And certainly we will never forget that day yesterday, 10:08 p.m. when those first shots started ringing out. And then also today, police revealing a lot of details about the investigation and where it stands right now. You mentioned the number of dead, 59 right now, 527 injured. Police also telling us that they recovered quite an arsenal inside the Mandalay Bay hotel room that was rented by Stephen Paddock. They're saying 23 firearms they pulled out of that hotel room so far. They also went to 2 homes that were listed as Stephen Paddock's residence, one in Mesquite, another one in northern Nevada in Reno. They collected another 19 total firearms, and they said a number of rounds of ammunition when they went into those homes. And another thing that they found inside that suspect's vehicle inside the Mandalay Bay where it was parked, ammonium nitrate inside that suspect's vehicle. And when we asked police, the big question that still remains, a lot of people asking, why did this happen? What motive? What would push someone to do something like this? Police say, please bear with us while we look at all the facts, while we dive so much deeper into the suspect's past and what could have been a red flag or a trigger of what caused this. That is something that still remains to be seen. And so to that point, no motive whatsoever being released. Metro Police say they do expect more information as this investigation continues, likely tomorrow, more answers to the questions that everyone has been asking. Guys.
Thank you, Joe. Route 91 Harvest Festival released this statement earlier, reading, on behalf of the entire Route 91 Harvest family, we are completely devastated by the events that occurred Sunday night. Our deepest sympathies go out to the injured and the deceased, their loved ones as well. Senseless violence has claimed the souls of our fans, and we have little in the way of answers. Our eternal gratitude goes out to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, emergency services, security guards, and fans for their selfless acts of bravery while trying to help those in need. We will try and move forward. We will never forget this day. We will not let hate win over love. We will not be defeated by senseless violence. We will preserve and honor the souls that were lost because it matters. An amazing showing of support tonight for all of the victims. This number has just been going up all day. This is the GoFundMe page started by Clark County Commissioner Steve Sisolak, and it started out this afternoon at under $1 million. It is now at $2.8 million. They've raised the goal yet again to $3.5 million, and that number has also been going up all day. Yeah. That's amazing.
It is truly amazing.
Taking a look right now, City Hall, you can see the lighting on the front of the building, a waving American flag as the nation comes together and rallies around Las Vegas, showing some solidarity after this attack. A live look right now at High Roller on the Las Vegas Strip tonight in red, white, and blue as well. Even in the East Coast, we're seeing symbols of unity with Las Vegas. This is the Empire State Building, which went dark in mourning for the victims of that attack.
And Steve, the love for Las Vegas stretches overseas as well. The Embassy of Israel is standing with Las Vegas tonight. This photo of Tel Aviv City Hall building tweeted out displaying the American flag in solidarity. And we remember the recent terror attacks in France. Tributes poured out here on American soil, and now the people of France reciprocating. This is video of the Eiffel Tower going dark. And people on Fremont Street tonight coming together to help. 13 Action News anchor Carla Wade is there live right now with more for us. Carla.
Yeah, here on Fremont Street, I'm sure you can tell from the sights and the sounds in the background that it almost seems as though nothing has happened. Most people here choosing to go about their night tonight as though nothing ever happened. And it's kind of representative of all the people that we've encountered downtown last night. People still trying to jump in our shot, people still drinking, going to restaurants. You know, out on Fremont Street, we found that the mood is still somewhat low-key, but of course lots of people still reveling in the excitement that is Las Vegas. We saw security guards. They seem to be more visible tonight, more vigilant, but no one seems to have forgotten why they come to Las Vegas or the victims of last night's tragedy on the Strip.
Our hearts go out to those people that, you know, that were hurt or, you know, killed, and you wonder why he did it.
The response that the forces gave was pretty fast, and it made me feel safe.
And I can tell you throughout the night, just since I've been standing right here in front of this restaurant that we were at earlier where they were gathering things for some of those victims, we've just noticed numerous police cars. It's, you know, always pretty heavy police presence down here anyway, but it seems like even more noticeable tonight. So most people say that they are just choosing to go on about their vacations, their business as usual. They say that they feel like they kind of owe it to the people of Las Vegas to continue to have fun and go about their lives as they would have if nothing had happened yesterday. Steve and Tricia.
All right. Thank you, Carla. Right now, we have an update on the road closures right now near the Las Vegas Strip. The Regional Transportation Commission is telling us that Las Vegas Boulevard remains in a long-term closure. That is both north and south at Tropicana to Russell. So they're asking you to avoid that area altogether because the police investigation is ongoing. And again, that is long-term into the foreseeable future. Governor Brian Sandoval also signed a declaration of emergency for Clark County. That comes after the mass shooting. He's directing all state agencies to supplement the local efforts to save lives and protect the health and safety of victims from last night's attack. The governor also declared a public health and medical disaster. And as the hours have passed since the shooting last night, we've started to learn a lot more about the victims, their stories, where they were from, their backgrounds. A lot of people in mourning after this massacre, but some say they will not let the violence shake their faith in the neighborhoods around here or the community. 13 Action News anchor Christopher King was at Guardian Angel Cathedral, where a lot of people came together earlier to remember the victims and to pray for peace.
Hundreds of people crowding the Guardian Angel Cathedral, the church handing out these programs reading, "Pray for Las Vegas, pray for the world, pray for peace." People inside wondering, how can anyone do something so savage, so cruel? A gong sounding 59 times in honor of the people killed in the massacre. People filling the pews for an interfaith service at the Guardian Angel Cathedral, praying for Las Vegas, praying for peace.
Because this was a community. This was my city.
Raquel Cruz at UNLV last night just minutes from Mandalay Bay.
Nobody thinks that these things will ever happen.
Savage violence far away seems abstract. She tells us nothing brings brutality into harsh reality like watching it erupt around you.
Why was this happening? People were having fun. It was a Sunday. It's a family day.
How did it happen? You know, what was the purpose?
Jeannie Hidema struggles to understand why anyone would want to unleash such cruelty on innocent people.
We have to keep our love and our faith alive.
Servicegoers say they won't let the savage act of one man ruin their faith in each other. In fact, there was so much goodwill here, people were hanging out a full 2 hours after the service. Christopher King, 13 Action News.
And MGM is asking for help tonight, sending out this tweet just a few minutes ago asking for certified trauma counselors. It reads, if you can volunteer your time, please go to Circus Circus Ballroom D, where you will be giving an assignment. Ask for Tommy Gorbel. We're grateful for the support of our community. And we have been hearing harrowing stories of the tragic scene last night, and tonight many families are still searching for their loved ones. 13 Action News reporter Annalise Ortiz is live at the convention center where many of those families were relocated. Annalise.
Tricia, some of those families have been at the reunification center for hours. Some of them are trying to get in touch with their loved ones. Others are helping to arrange travel plans so that loved ones can get here and be with their family members if they're in the hospital or if they just don't have information on them at this point. And what we saw at that assistance center, as you can imagine, was a lot of heartbreak, but also a lot of people coming together, as we've seen all over Las Vegas since this tragedy happened last night. Now, we were talking to a man whose daughter, he went into the Unification Center and was able to meet with her for the first time since this happened. And he said what really touched him was just how many people were there at the center volunteering their time, bringing food, clothes, and donations. We even met one woman who was walking in there. She had nothing in her hands because she was bringing something a little unique. She's a gospel singer at the House of Blues inside of Mandalay Bay. She was not there when the shooting happened, but she says because it happened near her place of employment or at her place of employment, this was where her heart was today. And so she went there to sing Amazing Grace to the families affected by this.
Just render prayer, render song, anything to help uplift their spirits. And, you know, their faith may be broken right now, but just hold on, and God has covered them, and God is with them in this time.
Just one of the amazing people that stepped up during this time. And I asked that woman how her other coworkers at Mandalay Bay are doing after this. She said that it's really something that is traumatic for everyone, whether they were in the hotel at the time or not. This is their place of employment. They spend so much time there. Their coworkers feel like family, as so many people can relate. And she says that this is just really, really touching them and making it so difficult for them to go to work, to reach out to their coworkers and their loved ones, even now.
Thank you.
People from